The world feels more unpredictable than ever. Markets are on edge, global tensions are escalating, and whispers of food shortages in 2025 are growing louder by the day. If you've been paying attention, you know it's time to get serious about preparing for what's ahead. That's why in today's video we're diving into 5 absolutely essential foods you need to stockpile right now before September rolls around. These aren't just pantry fillers, they're lifesavers that can keep you and your family secure in the face of any emergency. We'll break down why these foods are so critical, how they can sustain you when things get tough, and share practical tips to store them properly for the long haul. Don't wait until it's too late, let's get into it. 1. Powerhouse proteins. Stock up on dried beans and lentils. When it comes to building a reliable emergency food stockpile, dried beans and lentils are absolute must-haves. These humble legumes are nutritional powerhouses, packed with protein, fiber, and essential minerals that your body needs to stay strong and healthy during tough times. What makes them even more appealing is their affordability. Compared to other protein sources, beans and lentils are budget-friendly, making them an excellent choice for anyone looking to stretch their dollar while creating a robust pantry. But there's more to these staples than just their nutritional value. As global supply chains grow increasingly fragile, the availability of items like legumes can become unpredictable. Price fluctuations and sporadic shortages are already being observed, especially when transportation costs rise or farming regions face challenges like droughts. Beans and lentils are grown in various parts of the world, including the United States, Canada, India, and South America. However, climate-related issues such as excessive heat or prolonged drought can significantly impact yields, leading to reduced availability and higher prices. With inflationary trends and the potential for more extreme weather patterns in 2025, it's wise to stock up on these essentials now while they're still affordable. One of the best things about beans and lentils is their versatility in the kitchen. They can be used in soups, stews, or paired with rice to create a complete protein that keeps you full and energized for hours. Lentils in particular are a prepper's dream because they cook faster than most other dried legumes. In an emergency situation where cooking fuel might be limited, lentils can be a lifesaver. They don't require pre-soaking and can be ready to eat in just 20 to 30 minutes, saving both water and energy. Proper storage is key to ensuring that your stockpile of beans and lentils lasts for years. Airtight containers, such as food-grade buckets or mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, are ideal for keeping them fresh. If you're on a tight budget, a simple sealed container placed in a cool, dark spot can also work well. The goal is to minimize exposure to oxygen, light, and moisture, which can significantly extend their shelf life up to 8 years or more depending on the variety. To keep your stockpile organized, it's a good idea to label your containers with dates and rotate your supply regularly. Use the older beans first, and replace them with new ones to ensure freshness. Over time, dried beans can become harder to cook, so refreshing your supply every year or two is a smart move. This practice also helps you stay familiar with cooking them, so you're not caught off guard during a crisis. Don't forget to stock up on spices like cumin, chili powder, and garlic to elevate the flavor of your legumes. After all, survival food doesn't have to be bland. 2. The ultimate staple. Rice for long-term security. Rice is another essential food item that should be at the top of your stockpile list. It pairs perfectly with beans and lentils to form a complete protein, making it a cornerstone of any emergency food plan. White rice in particular is a prepper's favorite because of its incredibly long shelf life. When stored correctly in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, white rice can last 20 to 30 years without losing its nutritional value. Recent trends in global markets suggest that rice prices are on the rise due to a combination of factors, including unusual weather patterns, changes in export policies from major producing countries, and increased transportation costs. Waiting too long to stock up could mean paying significantly higher prices, or worse, facing empty shelves. That's why it's crucial to act now and secure your supply before September. When choosing rice for your stockpile, it's important to consider the type. While brown rice is more nutrient-dense, it has a shorter shelf life due to its higher oil content, which can cause it to go rancid. White rice or parboiled rice is a safer bet for long-term storage. These varieties are neutral in flavor, making them versatile enough to pair with almost any protein or vegetable you have on hand. During an emergency, when variety might be limited, rice can provide a comforting and familiar base for your meal. Storing rice properly is essential to maximize its shelf life. Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers are the gold standard, but vacuum sealing smaller portions can also be a practical option. This method allows you to open only what you need while preserving the rest of your supply. Temperature control is another critical factor. Every 10-degree drop in storage temperature can double the shelf life of grains, so aim to keep your storage area as cool as possible. If your only option is a hot garage, consider insulating the space or dedicating a closet indoors for your food reserves. Rice is a global staple with major production hubs in Asia and significant contributions from US states like Arkansas, California, and Louisiana. However, disruptions in shipping or geopolitical conflicts can quickly drive up prices and limit availability. By stockpiling now, you can avoid the stress of last-minute panic buying and protect yourself from inflation. To keep your meals interesting, consider adding some variety to your rice stockpile. While long-grain white rice should make up the bulk of your supply, smaller quantities of jasmine or basmati rice can be a nice treat. Wild rice or red rice can also add a touch of diversity, though they tend to be pricier. Having a mix of options can help prevent flavor fatigue, especially if you're relying on your reserves for an extended period. 3. Ready-to-eat lifesavers. Canned proteins for instant nutrition. When it comes to emergency preparedness, having a reliable source of protein that doesn't require cooking is a game changer. While dried beans and lentils are excellent staples, canned proteins like tuna, salmon, chicken, sardines, and even canned ham offer the convenience of being ready to eat straight out of the can. In a situation where power outages or limited cooking fuel become a reality, these canned options can be a lifesaver. They're not just practical, they're essential for maintaining your energy and strength during a crisis. The importance of canned proteins becomes even clearer when you consider the current state of global supply chains. Inflation, climate change, and overfishing are putting immense pressure on fisheries worldwide, leading to unpredictable availability of items like tuna and salmon. Similarly, poultry producers in the US have faced challenges like avian flu outbreaks, which can devastate flocks and drive up prices. If you wait too long to stock up, you might find yourself paying a premium or worse, facing empty shelves. Canned proteins are incredibly versatile and have a shelf life of 2 to 5 years, sometimes even longer if stored properly. While the best buy dates on cans are often conservative, many preppers report that canned goods remain safe to eat well past their expiration dates, provided the cans are in good condition. Avoid cans with rust, dents, or bulging, as these can indicate spoilage. To make the most of your stockpile, rotate your supply regularly by using older cans first and replacing them with new ones. This not only ensures freshness, but also helps you stay familiar with incorporating canned proteins into your meal. From a nutritional standpoint, canned fish like sardines and mackerel are particularly valuable because they provide healthy fats, including omega-3s, which are crucial for maintaining a strong immune system. In a crisis, when fresh fruits and vegetables might be scarce, these nutrients can help fill the gap. Plus, the moisture and oil content in canned fish can add a welcome change in texture and flavor to meals dominated by dry goods. Storing canned proteins is straightforward. Keep them in a cool, dark place away from heat sources like ovens or direct sunlight. A basement or a closet with stable temperatures is ideal. If you're concerned about stacking cans, invest in can racks designed for safe storage and easy rotation. These racks allow you to organize your stockpile efficiently, ensuring that the oldest cans are used first. By taking these simple steps, you can build a reliable supply of ready-to-eat proteins that will keep you nourished and prepared for whatever comes your way. 4. Dairy done right. Shelf-stable dairy and alternatives. For many people, dairy is a daily staple that's hard to live without. Whether it's a splash of milk in your coffee, a dollop of yogurt, or a sprinkle of cheese on your pasta, dairy products add comfort and nutrition to our meal. But in a full-blown emergency, fresh dairy may be one of the first things to disappear. That's why shelf-stable dairy and dairy alternatives are a critical addition to any prepper's stockpile. Powdered milk is a classic choice for long-term storage. Non-fat powdered milk can last 5 to 10 years when stored in a cool, dark place, while whole milk powder, though richer in flavor, has a shorter shelf life due to its higher fat content. Properly sealed in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, powdered milk can be a reliable source of calcium and protein during a crisis. If you're not a fan of powdered milk, shelf-stable alternatives like almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk in Tetra Pak cartons offer a convenient, no-mix option. These can be stored for several months without refrigeration, making them a practical choice for short-term emergencies. Cheese lovers will be glad to know that there are options for long-term storage as well. While commercially waxed cheese is less common these days, freeze-dried cheese or dehydrated cheese powder can be excellent substitutes. These products may not replicate the texture of fresh cheese, but they're perfect for cooking. Whether you're making a creamy pasta sauce or topping a casserole, freeze-dried cheese can add a touch of comfort to your meals. If you're feeling adventurous, you can even try freeze-drying cheese at home, though this requires specialized equipment. For those who rely on yogurt or other fermented dairy products, it's worth noting that these may be off the table in a grid-down scenario unless you have a stable source of fresh milk and a way to control temperature. To compensate, consider stocking up on vitamin D3 and calcium supplements to ensure you're meeting your nutritional needs. Dairy products are particularly sensitive to supply chain disruptions and shipping constraints. Milk-based products require more processing and a cold chain to stay fresh, making them vulnerable to price spikes and shortages. By stockpiling shelf-stable dairy now, you can avoid the stress of last-minute panic buying and ensure you have a reliable source of calcium and protein. Even if you're not a big dairy fan, these products can be valuable for bartering in a crisis, as many people can't imagine starting their day without milk in their coffee or tea. 5. Nutritional goldmine. Freeze-dried fruits and vegetables. While proteins and carbs often take center stage in emergency preparedness, it's important not to overlook the role of fruits and vegetables. These foods are packed with essential vitamins and minerals that your body needs to stay healthy, especially during stressful times. Freeze-dried fruits and vegetables have become increasingly popular among preppers because they offer an incredibly long shelf life, sometimes 25 years or more, while retaining most of their nutritional content. Unlike dehydrated produce, which can lose nutrients due to high heat, freeze-dried options preserve flavor, texture, and nutrition more effectively. This makes them a worthwhile investment, even though they tend to be more expensive. From strawberries and blueberries to broccoli and peas, the variety of freeze-dried produce available today is staggering. These lightweight, easy-to-store foods can be rehydrated for use in soups, stews, smoothies, or even dessert. They can also be eaten as crunchy snacks straight out of the package, making them a versatile addition to your stockpile. Storage is key to maximizing the shelf life of freeze-dried fruits and vegetables. Airtight containers, such as cans or mylar pouches with oxygen absorbers, are essential for keeping them fresh. Be sure to inspect packaging for any signs of damage, such as pinholes or dents, which can compromise the product's integrity. Store your freeze-dried goods in a cool, dark place to ensure they last as long as possible. Once opened, reseal the package with a new oxygen absorber or consume the contents quickly to maintain their quality. The benefits of freeze-dried produce go beyond nutrition. In a crisis, when fresh fruits and vegetables are hard to come by, these foods can help prevent vitamin deficiencies and boost your immune system. They also add variety and color to your meals, which can be a huge morale booster during challenging times. A handful of freeze-dried pineapple or a serving of crunchy apple chips can provide a much-needed sense of normalcy and comfort when everything else feels uncertain. While the upfront cost of freeze-dried fruits and vegetables may seem high, many preppers view it as an investment in their health and well-being. A single can of freeze-dried broccoli, for example, can supply enough vitamin C and fiber to sustain a family for days. Plus, these products eliminate the need to rely on seasonal produce or grocery store availability, giving you greater control over your food supply. By incorporating freeze-dried fruits and vegetables into your stockpile, you can ensure that your family has access to the nutrients they need, no matter what challenges lie ahead. Whether you're preparing for a short-term emergency or a long-term crisis, these foods are a valuable addition to any pantry. 6. Long-lasting grains. Stockpile wheat, berries, and oats. When it comes to building a resilient food stockpile, grains like wheat, berries, and oats are often overlooked but are absolute essentials. Wheat berries, the whole unprocessed kernels of wheat, are incredibly versatile and have an impressive shelf life when stored properly. Unlike processed flours, wheat berries can last up to 30 years in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, making them a cornerstone for long-term food security. They can be ground into fresh flour for baking bread, pancakes, or muffins, or cooked whole as a hearty addition to soups and salad. Oats, on the other hand, are a quick and easy option for breakfast or snacks. Rolled oats and steel-cut oats are popular choices, but for the longest shelf life, opt for whole oat groats. These are the least processed form of oats and can last up to 25 years when stored in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. Oats are not only filling but also packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, making them a nutritious choice for any emergency situation. The beauty of these grains lies in their versatility. Wheat berries can be sprouted to provide fresh greens, even in a grid-down scenario, while oats can be used in everything from porridge to granola bars. Both are excellent sources of energy and can be paired with other staples like dried fruits, nuts, or honey to create satisfying meals. Storage is key to preserving the quality of these grains. Keep them in a cool, dark place, and ensure that your containers are sealed tightly to prevent moisture and pests. If you're serious about long-term storage, consider investing in food-grade buckets with gamma lids for easy access. Rotating your stockpile is also important. Use the older grains first and replace them with fresh ones to maintain a steady supply. By adding wheat, berries, and oats to your stockpile, you're not just preparing for emergencies, you're investing in versatile, nutrient-dense foods that can sustain you and your family through any crisis. 7. Cooking essentials. Oils, fats, and seasoning. No matter how well stocked your pantry is, your meals will fall flat without the right cooking essentials. Oils, fats, and seasonings are the unsung heroes of any emergency food stockpile, transforming basic ingredients into flavorful, satisfying dishes. While these items may not be the first thing that comes to mind when prepping, they are absolutely crucial for both nutrition and morale. Cooking oils like olive oil, coconut oil and vegetable oil are indispensable for frying, baking and sauté. However, oils have a limited shelf life, typically ranging from 1 to 2 years. To extend their usability, store them in a cool, dark place, and consider smaller bottles to minimize exposure to air once opened. Coconut oil in particular has a longer shelf life and can solidify in cooler temperatures, making it a great option for long-term storage. Fats like lard, ghee, and butter powder are also worth considering. Ghee, or clarified butter, has a much longer shelf life than regular butter and doesn't require refrigeration. Butter powder, on the other hand, is a convenient alternative that can be rehydrated for cooking or baking. These fats are not only essential for cooking, but also provide a concentrated source of calories, which is vital during emergencies. Seasonings are another must-have. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder and dried herbs like oregano and thyme can elevate even the simplest meal. Don't forget to include sugar, honey and vinegar in your stockpile as well. Honey, in particular, is a prepper's favorite because it never spoils and can be used as a sweetener, preservative, or even a natural remedy for wounds. Proper storage is essential for these items. Keep oils and fats in airtight containers away from heat and light, and store seasonings in sealed jars or mylar bags to prevent moisture and pests. By including these cooking essentials in your stockpile, you'll ensure that your meals are not only nutritious, but also enjoyable, even in the most challenging circumstances. 8. Hydration heroes. Water and purification supply. No emergency food stockpile is complete without addressing the most critical survival need, water. While food can sustain you for weeks, you can only survive a few days without water. That's why it's essential to have a robust plan for water storage and purification. Start by storing an adequate supply of clean drinking water. The general rule of thumb is to have at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for drinking and basic hygiene. For a family of 4, that means a minimum of 12 gallons for a 3-day emergency, but ideally you should aim for a 2-week supply or more. Water can be stored in food-grade containers, such as BPA-free plastic jugs, water barrels, or even collapsible water bags for portability. In addition to stored water, you'll need a reliable method for purification. Water filters, purification tablets, and portable UV purifiers are all excellent options. A high-quality water filter, such as a Berkey or Life Straw, can remove bacteria, protozoa and other contaminants, making even questionable water sources safe to drink. Purification tablets are lightweight and easy to carry, making them a great backup option for your bug-out bag. Don't forget to include a way to collect and store rainwater. Rain barrels or tarps can be used to capture rainwater, which can then be filtered and purified for drinking. In a long-term emergency, having a renewable water source can be a lifesaver. Finally, consider adding electrolyte powders or tablets to your stockpile. These can help replenish lost minerals and keep you hydrated, especially in hot or physically demanding conditions. Staying hydrated is not just about drinking water, it's about maintaining the right balance of fluids and electrolytes in your body.